What's up, everybody? It's your boy JD back again with another video. You guys know what time it is. It's time to hop back in that Nebulas civilization. So we're about to go and get into it, see what's in store for us today. But before we do, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I want to take support any further. Patreon link is in the description below. Also join the TheOtakuFix membership and hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a video or go live on these channels. Let's go and get into it, man. Instead of the first prince, the third prince should be named the crown prince. Can't believe you're suggesting such nonsense. For over 100 years, the throne has been passed down to the first prince. That was our tradition. Are you saying that we should abandon that tradition? We've always had expectations in our history. Why can't I at least bring it up? Okay, Dinan, alright. I know that the first prince doesn't enjoy studying as much as he enjoys his leisure. Even so, that's no reason to take away his title as the crown prince. Okay, Moonwee, alright. But there are also rumors that ever since he took up hunting, he's been wandering around the mountains with some thugs from Orison. How loyal would the ministers be to a king who neglects state affairs and spends all his time fooling around? Watch your words. You know His Majesty has been sick for quite a while now. He's already sensitive enough. If you spout nonsense like this, he'll make his conditions worse. Please just keep quiet. You're right. I guess I couldn't think of that. In that case, to ensure His Majesty isn't taken by surprise, I'd appreciate it if you could let him know about my concerns beforehand. What? Because at tomorrow's Royal Council meeting, I'm going to be addressing this matter. Once I propose that the third prince needs to be declared as the crown prince instead, the palace will be thrown into chaos. Wait, Dinan, like, I ain't got time to play. He must think he has multiple lives to spare. Or wants everyone to know that he's not a noble. Oh Lord. We done went into the noble realm? Oh shit. 100 years have passed since the death of Lokrak and the great king of Hupern. Since then, the royal line continued through Lokrak's descendants. Although there were a few excellent kings, none could compare to Lokrak. Some kings were even deemed as incompetent. The current ruler, Ampyong of Hupern, was credited for maintaining peace, but had achieved little over the past decade. And now there was a conflict within the royal household over who would inherit the throne. Very well, Your Highness. This time I'll ask you some questions. Please go ahead. Since you finished reading all the books in the first royal library, I'd like to ask a few things to guide the direction of your future studies. Levin, okay. What is your favorite book, Your Highness? Third Prince, Kaolak or Orison. There are so many books I like. Do I have to pick just one? Feel free to name as many as you like, but please provide a brief explanation of why you like them. First, I really enjoyed Travel Journals by Owen, because it's about lands I've never seen and the countless races who lived there. Travel journals were written by Owen, the storyteller who lived during Lokrak's time. Owen traveled to various places and recorded them into 9 volumes before heading west in his last years. No records of him exist beyond that, and the 10th volume is considered a mythical book. I see. It's a book any child would love. He's still got a youthful side after all. I also enjoy Zero's principles of algebra and architectural designs of Orison. Okay. Her books are not only logically satisfying, but also filled with a warm consideration for her people. Zio, a renowned mathematician and architect of her era. Not only did she compare the mathematical principles, she supervised the construction of the 4 water wheels and designed the capital city Orison. These books are documents of her achievements, but architectural designs of Orison is filled with complex calculations and diagrams. How did he understand the architect's intentions just from that? Even actual scholars struggle with that book. Oh, and I also like Morality, written by your ancestor Quetzal. I'm honored. My ancestor once had the privilege of serving Lord Lokrak, the apostle of the divine. Yes, though much of it repeats Lord Lokrak has also done this. It still offers plenty of thoughts on ethics. I see. How admirable is that a child values ethics. That's an essential trait for a king. I also enjoyed the Battles on the Plains by Ye-chun and Lord Lockra's Reading of the Heavens. Those books are. Okay, seems like Kyle got a good head on his shoulders. Such extensive reading and insight at his age. He's remarkably gifted. It's almost a shame he's the third prince. In some areas, he already knows far more than I do. His knowledge will certainly be put to good use someday. But due to his status as a prince, it won't be used to his full potential. Laban, I also ask you something I've been curious about. Of course, it's not directly related to my studies, or maybe it is. But I'm afraid I lack the knowledge to say for sure. That's fine. In fact, I'm intrigued to hear something you don't know. Please ask away. Do you think I could become the king? I mean, you could. You ain't have to spit your shit out, bro. Your Highness, have you mentioned this to anyone else? No, I haven't. You have to be extremely careful. I know, Laban. So, what's your answer to my question? The first prince, Basenlak Orzan, has already been named the crown prince. Thus, for Kyle to become the crown prince, Basen will have to be disposed. Even bringing this up could be seen as treason. It's like I'm walking on thin ice. I'm sure you realize this is a very difficult question, Your Highness. Do you want to become the king? I'm not sure if I want to, but I've been thinking it might be beneficial if I were to become the king. Pardon? Beneficial for whom exactly? Isn't it obvious? For the people, of course. Either he is pure as white snow. You know, that's what they say is pure white. Anyway, pure as white snow, or this man is playing the game. He is playing the game, right? Playing it to where, once he become king, all hell gonna break loose. Y'all seen Game of Thrones. We're deciding to win about marble flicking. You, get over here. Should I just go over there right now? Runda, you should accept your defeat. What are you doing over there? I was playing chess. What, Nebula? You were playing chess while playing Go with me. This is humiliating. I can't believe I lost to someone playing 2 games at once. And I gave you such a detailed report while you didn't share anything. Not much has changed in the last 100 years. Well, I'm sure you'll find out. But there might be some changes soon. Really? Yes, really. The fact that we just speeding through time is insane. I wonder if 100 years feel like 100 years to them. So, what's this change you're talking about? Can you stop being so vague and explain it properly? I'll tell you if you win the next game. Fine. And you lost. If you didn't want to tell me, you could have just said so instead of humiliating me. I'm never playing Go with you again. I feel like I've seen this before. I must say, I'm also quite curious. What did you mean by a change? I'm not a double agent like Runda, so surely you can tell me. Fair enough. Take a look at this. The third Prince of Ukraine, what's so special about him? Have you seen his stats? He doesn't have any special skills or anything like that. It's just... his intelligence is insane. God damn. His intelligence is smart as fuck. A stat this high at level 0, I've never seen anything like it. Isn't this incredibly rare? Even an intelligence of 60 makes someone an exceptional genius in their era, but over 100. He's a genius this continent won't see again for decades, after the war between Ukraine and Balkay ended. The past few centuries have been a time of stagnation, aside from uncovering ancient ruins or defeating abominations and fiends to obtain small dominions. There had not been much change along the borders. Once the borders are set, the focus tends to shift to internal affairs. A period of stagnation like this is inevitable in Lost World. It also been a time that called for various appeasement policies to integrate races other than the primary ones that led to early expansions. Likewise, Hukrun faced numerous issues as multiple species started to coexist within its borders. It was never recorded in history, but we've subdued 6 rebellions. Coexistence with vampires, in particular, was a great challenge. After Lockhart defeated the evil god, not only Bake's slaves, but also the vampires sought citizenship in Hukrun. But of course, coexisting with vampires was considered difficult, as they needed to drink others' blood to survive. On top of that, relying on animal blood wasn't even a viable option for the 2nd and 3rd generation vampires. But then the vampires made an astonishing decision. I decided to follow Uo, blue insect god. After witnessing the sacred death of Apostle Lockhart, I vowed not to harm others for the sake of my own survival. 1,000 vampires chose to starve to death. God damn, what kind of crap? Some fled or succumbed to temptation, but 600 endured the pain and met their end where they sat. That's insane. O blue insect god, though they're sinners, as they've acknowledged their sins and tried to atone for them, I believe you would take mercy and forgive their sins. I have forgiven them. That region later became known as Seated Alley. One of Jansenism's holy sites. It stood as a symbol of repentance and redemption, proof that the blue insect god embraces all who have true faith and not just lizardmen. Eventually, the blue insect god came to be called Yachin. Is it Yachin or Yachin? Yachin sounds a little better though, which means the night sky. Yachinism was being transformed from a religion of the lizardmen to one followed by various species. My interest in that prince ties to these changes. For a civilization to advance, it needs suitable technology and inventions, and those inventions must lead to further advancements. With his intelligence, he's well suited to discover new things, so if he becomes king, he'd have the influence to spread those innovations across Hukrun. Besides, Hukrun's current governance is far from ideal. The position of secondary advisor, similar to eunuchs on Earth, manages the internal affairs of the palace and is open to various species. However, the primary advisors, who wield real power as administrative ministers, are monopolized by lizardmen. Complacency only leads to decay. It's time to address racial harmony within Hukrun seriously, and a new king must have the wisdom to handle these issues. But this entity isn't the firstborn, is he? No, he isn't. The firstborn Basson may enjoy fooling around, but that's no reason to strip him from the title of Crown Prince. With him already being titled as the Crown Prince, it'll be difficult for Kyle to take the throne. It'll be easy if I just intervene directly by sending them an oracle. But it's about time they strengthen royal authority and reduce reliance on divine interference. I'll have to use an indirect method instead. So what do you plan to do? Do you really think it'll work? I feel like you're overestimating Kyle's intelligence a bit. I think it'll work out just fine. Want to bet? Oh, I would not bet with you. I would not bet with you. You can bet. You can play with yourself. I'm not betting with you. Wow, so that's the thing from the rumors. Lower your voice. It's going to see us. So that's Manoon, the guardian dragon of Orison. Okay, so Manoon's still alive. Manoon the Drake, once commanded by Lockhart, the Thunder Dragon King and the founder of Hukrun. Like the stories of Drake's never aging, Manoon's growth has continued for decades, making him massive. body length of 25 meters, and an estimated age of 150 years. Manun consumes an enormous amount of food and leaves behind equally massive amount of waste, making him the headache for the palace. Not to mention his rampaging could easily lead to the destruction of the palace. Some people suggested releasing him into the wilderness or offering him as a sacrifice, but Manun's existence symbolized the royal lineage of the Thunder Dragon King. So despite the heavy expense, they had no choice but to keep him in the palace. Thankfully, Manun has been very docile, spending his days eating and sleeping. But now, lock right. It's been a while, Manun. Look at our board. How have you been? So how the fuck are we gonna get Kyle to become king? That is the real question. How are we gonna get our boy to become king? Intelligence at 107 and your level 0 is insane. He's gonna be smart as hell when he levels up. That's it for today's video, man. Hope you guys enjoy. You did. Make sure to drop a like, sub to the channel. Let me know what you guys think about everything that happened in the comment section below. Also, you guys want to keep up with me, Twitch, Twitter, Discord, links, all of that is in the description as well. And I will catch you guys next time. Peace.